if you want to have a one-off, I'm happy to have that with you. Because I feel your pain. It's a tough market, but then again, just keep the faith. I know that sounds easy. You just got to make some connections. The other bit of advice I would give you, um, I don't know how active you are on LinkedIn, but for whatever the role is you're applying to, do a search. This is something you can do on LinkedIn that I don't know everybody knows about. But in LinkedIn, most people go in and do a search for a person or a company. You can also type in the role you're looking for. So say you're looking for a role as a, data analyst or whatever the title is. Put that in the search bar and click the people. There's a button, there's a bunch of buttons that'll say jobs, company, blah, blah, blah. Click the people. What that will give you, and it'll be in the millions, oh, by the way, of people who in their profile summary list that job role as part of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
You can further sort that for where you live. So like when I do it, because I still do it, I do operational excellence or I do transformation executive. I will click US or I will click Boston area because I live in Massachusetts. No, this is not a Massachusetts accent. I'm a New Yorker, but I moved here because of my daughter. And yes, I'm still a Yankees fan and a Giants fan. But so Patrick, you can go in LinkedIn and do a search on the actual job title you're looking for. Do a search, click on people, and then find some people ideally you probably have in your mind some target companies that you may be looking for. So now you'll have a list of people and it'll say current title, blah, 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 at company X. Drop them a note. I'm a recent graduate, looking for my first role. I see you're in this field. Would love to get your advice on how to connect, on how to, open those doors. Would you be willing to connect? Send it as a connection request. And if they accept, set up time with them, a half-hour conversation to just talk to them. What do you like about your job? What do you like about this company? What advice would you give me? Here's the magic in that. You're not calling them to ask them for a job. But 9 times out of 10, if you make the right impression on them, they'll offer to help you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you can say, well, I'd love to give you my resume if you know anybody, blah, blah, blah. You'd be shocked how often that happens. I had a conversation with the chief risk officer at Eastern Bank on Friday for doing exactly what I'm just telling you to do. People want to help.
That's great.
They don't know you need the help. So that's, so that would be my advice.
I like that advice, Lynn. And I certainly have been the recipient of some of those similar emails.
Have you ever said no when somebody did that?
Well, here's where I'm going with that. It depends. You got to craft it right,
Mm-hmm.
Because there is an art.
It can't be the I'm looking for a job, come help me. They don't know you from Adam.
Right.
And
I've gotten those, right?
I personally would not put my integrity on the line for somebody I don't know.
So well, that's exactly what I tell people when I get some of those messages. It's like, hey, I don't know what your goal is here, but this is a very low probability message of hearing back, right? The hiring managers I know are never calling you back on this. So I would encourage the people listening to us. Lynn's giving us really great advice here, and as she says, she still uses it now. But please make sure that you're crafting those messages and in the meetings and the follow-ups with a level of manners and etiquette that is appropriate for the situation. Because otherwise, you're not going to have the same success.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you never want to go into a stranger and say, hey, help me get a job.
Mm-hmm.
But having said that, I will also tell you, I have templates for all of these things because I don't want to have to think about it. And Dennis is spot on. There's a way to craft it.